Happy birthday, Beyoncé! Now, I'm going to be celebrating by recreating one of my favourite looks from the Renaissance tour. Now, take a look at this. I absolutely love this. I thought, whilst I'm making more of the complex Renaissance outfits, let me make this very, very quick. But boy, was I wrong. This took time. Now, I absolutely love this. The way, I love the gloves, I love the panels, the boots, everything. I thought this was such a classic Beyoncé look. I've got to give it going. The hardest thing was actually looking for the fabric, but I very, very quickly found this fabric, which was quite durable, still quite very, very silver, but I thought I'm going to sweat in this. So let me find some fabric that I can put underneath, underlay it. Here are the gloves. I thought, let me start with those. They're going to be the hardest thing. Now, it was stretchy enough that I didn't have to make inner pieces of gloves, which I hate doing. It takes so long. But I thought, let me make it this way. Let me put the panels together, layer it all together, and then when I stitch around it and cut it out, it would always be one. But no, it didn't work. It was far too thick and it actually looked like gardening gloves. So I had to basically scrap this part and start all over again. And that's just a big part of costume making, just having to really work as you go. I'm not trained. Everything I do, I learn as I'm making it. The gloves for me was something I wanted to get out of the way. So drawing around my hand, pinning it, and then being able to put it straight in the sewing machine allowed me to see if this would work straight away. It's such an easy and quick way to make gloves, as long as your fabric is stretchy enough. And actually, when I made it without the lining, I probably made each glove in about 5 minutes, and they fit so nice. Making the bodysuit, I already have my template for my bodysuit when I'm making it, so it means I can make bodysuits so super quick. And I always make them quite blocky to begin with so that I can go in afterwards and make a better shape for my body depending on my weight at the time. But this one I wanted to make as authentic as I could, so I actually cut it, put the seam in the middle before I actually went along and started making these panels. Now this is something I've learned straight away. My panels are a little bit too big. I'm going to shrink them down a little bit. And I actually thought the same in Beyoncé's costume because some of them were overlapping. So I thought next time I do this, which is going to be next week, I'm going to make them a tiny bit smaller. But each individual panel here actually had to be cut out individually by card. So I've already got those panels so I can easily make another one. Then putting them over the top of my fabric, and then the mirror sticky pads that I've got as well. I wanted to make sure that I could have each individual panel remade very quickly. I've learned that in the past, of like making a template, making a pattern, and then throwing it away and then reading it again. Now these buttons were the closest thing I could find to the studs, and these ones here, I think they're about 50 pence each. And I was thinking, that's almost like £2 per panel. I haven't added up the panels yet because I didn't want to know how much it was going to cost me, to be honest. But actually, I sat down at my coffee table here and I thought, let me get this started. Let me sew each individual panel in. I didn't want to glue it. I wanted to make sure these panels were going to stay in. But this was the first time I got to look at it and think, this is going to look good. This is turning out all right. Now, each individual button I had to cut off. Now, I think in total, I must have had about 200 buttons. It must have been about 200. But I thought, let me put it together. This shot here was the first time I thought, I like how this is looking. I like how this is coming along. It looks like it. I'm getting there. Trusty glue gun to kind of stick these down. I only did it with a glue gun because I'm going to take all of these off and put them on the next 2.0 costume when my fabric arrives. I'm looking at it here. I was thinking, I've done it. I like this. I'm not going to even think about the cost right now. I'll wait until 2.0 when I've got a better version of it. I'll price that up. Now I hadn't made the breast panels here because I wanted to try it on and shape it, so I could get them in the right shape as well. So I actually made them once I had it on for the first time. But this is with no light, nothing on it. I was thinking, this is good, this is nice. I think next time I make it, like these points here at the top, where it's all coming out, that's where they're just a little bit too long. Now, as soon as you start moving in it, you're gonna feel it. And I did, performing at it, one panel popped off. So I need to make sure that everything can kind of stay on better. Now the thicker material will make it more durable. The problem with what I've used here is that it easily creases. But you know what? For a first attempt at a new costume in 1 week, I think this is pretty good. I think in total, it probably took about 17 hours to make. But looking at it here, looking at those boots, I had to go with stiletto heels, obviously. Just a cute little heel. But with the straight hair, I love it. I think it absolutely works. I think with the right staging, with the right lighting, this is gonna pop. I wanted to get the costume outside, seeing the natural light before the sun goes down, before the performance, just to see how reflective the panels already were. The boots, I absolutely love with it. I think it works so well. The gloves, I hadn't put the mirror parts on the gloves because the small pieces would have creased too easily, but definitely for the next version of this, I'll add them as well, and I'll have to find some smaller studs for them as well. I think those kind of finishing touches is really gonna make it. But for a first attempt, I think it's quite good. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this costume turned out. I think for the 2.0, I'll definitely make it a little bit more durable with the mirror panels, the gloves. I'll definitely improve putting the pieces on it for those finishing touches. But let me know what you think. If you have any questions about it, let me know in the comments below, and stay tuned for the next one.